Welcome, everybody. I'm Brady Kinneman, agronomist, AYS specialist up here in Wisconsin, coming at you with the weekly update. From here in my beautiful garage, I got my tractor ready, sitting in the garage here. It rained all week. I'm ready to get that baby hooked up to the planter here. Just got the oil changed. And hopefully, please give us a solid 6 to 7 days this weekend, when we can get out and plant the rest of this crop. We've been kind of wet up here, been getting rain for roughly about 7 to 10 days now. So looks like the weather's going to kind of straighten out, though. Hopefully we can get back in the field. This week I wanted to show you guys how we write recs in AYS when it comes to variable rate planting. Due to time here, I'm just going to kind of show you, this is our field, mine and my brother's field. It's our grandparents' farm up here in Wisconsin. I've already wrote the rec for it, but what we do is we come in here, we find the layers of multiple years of data where we have cornfields. We choose then the relative yield corn, and then we apply that to this screen, and then we can select which zones we want to be with what here. So you can see green zones here, my A zones, yellow is my B zones, red is my C zones, and purple are my D zones. So then I can select my populations here, which at A zones, I'm going to go with 30, 37.5, B zones at 34.5, 32.5, and D zones at 28.5. From there, I can choose what crop I'm cropping, and then I can actually export this out as either a shape file to go right in the planner, KMZ files for more of a scouting, or my planting PDFs. And right here, it'll actually say how many seeds per acre I am going to plant and how many units I need to plant that field. We can actually take those KMZ files and we can import them for scouting purposes in the summer. And right onto Google Earth, we can download the app on your phone. You can download the app on your iPad, and then you can actually walk the fields. And what it will do when you click on which fields you have, if you have that KMZ file, it will kick you right to the field, show you the rec, how the farm was planted. You can actually pull the as applied KMZ file right off the planner. Once it's done, this is just the target population that we're shooting for. Therefore, when you're walking these fields and you know that you're in the green zone, so when you're taking standard deviations, you know where the higher areas are. One thing that I am implementing too this year is cost per acre per zone. We can look here. I have this all formatted now. So I have my yield goals 2024 projections. I am growing corn on beans this year. I am setting my yield goals at A zones at 280, 255 B zones, 210 C zones, and 175 on my D zones. Like I said, once I can query right through the layers in AYS here and put my populations in, my soil attributes, my organic matters, my as applied nutrients, and then I can look at cost per acre and cost per bushel in all of these categories per zone. So what my goal would be this year, since our corn market has came down significantly in the last 6 to 8 months, is I'm going to be variable rate seeding, variable rate nitrogen, variable rate P&K, which was already done last fall. I'm going to put more resources into my A zones. You can see here I'm going to put 205 pounds of nitrogen versus my D zones at 135 with relative yield goals. So it shows here $272 per acre I'm going to spend on nutrients in my A zones versus 175. So I'm going to be saving roughly $97 per acre from my A to my D zones, which what does that do for my cost per bushel? Still cost per bushel in my A zones is 0.97 versus 1 bushel per acre in my D zones. So nice efficiency. Obviously, seed plant $134 an acre here versus 105. But yet seed cost in my A zone, since my yield is a lot better in my better soils, is significantly lower than still lowering that population in my D zones. Overall, what I'm looking at here, I'm going to spend $981 in my A zones. I'm going to spend $855 in my D zones. My weighted cost average per acre is right around $950. And if I can achieve $260, hopefully I can get a little luck there. We did pretty well a couple years ago. I'm hoping for the same. I would see then a break-even price of $367. So this is something we can implement on every farm here. If you guys are in the AYS program, you want to be a part of this, just let us know. We can definitely look into it for you. But all right, that's all I had here from Wisconsin. Appreciate you guys' time. I hope the rest of planting goes great, and we'll see y'all later.